Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing an election prediction between Tucker Carlson and Joe Biden. I was thinking about doing a poll analysis another day this week. I'm still thinking about it. If you're interested in one of the, or a poll or like a primary analysis, Senate analysis, if you're interested, let me know below. And if you'd like me to talk about a certain Senate race or something, I'll take a look at what you have to say and I'll make a decision. But yeah, so definitely interested in hearing what you have to say. Thank you once more. We've reached 500 subscribers. We're now at 507, so we're only 93 away from 600 now. So, thank you guys so much for reaching that goal. And of course, I said, as promised, we will have that three-part video to come out on Saturday. The presidential between Trump and Biden, the Senate, and then that House prediction, although I'm not going house race. It's just going to be those numbers that I show you. But anyway, let's get right into this election prediction between Tucker Carlson and Joe Biden. So let's get right into our safe Biden states. Excuse me. Surprisingly, I think that Tucker Carlson is actually a pretty good candidate for the Republicans, and he does have not Delaware, and he does have actually a pretty good working class appeal. The rest of the East Coast is really going to be full on, in pro Joe Biden, but he does have a very a good, in my mind, working class appeal. His political inside of the Republican Party, his political views differ in some sense from the conservatives like Ben Shapiro. I mean, he's had a discussion with him. I think he had him on his show or something, or Ben Shapiro had it on his show, and they talked about especially like the workforce and the trucking industry and jobs and people that are losing their jobs. Like when you talk about these power plants in the Rust Belt, because um, you know those manufacturing plants are no longer needed. People are losing their jobs. Tucker Carlson believes that a lot of those jobs should be forced to stay, and then Shapiro disagrees with that. But that view that Tucker wants people to be able to get those jobs and keep those jobs so that they can stay and live in their communities and live with their families, rather than move around the country and find a new job, does resonate with those types of people in that area. So I do think he has that appeal. Of course, Biden is from Scranton, and he has that Rust Belt appeal. That's why he did perform better than Hillary Clinton did back in 2016 in the Rust Belt. But I'm just talking. I was just explaining Tucker Carlson's view on things. I'll leave Florida. I'll put that. Actually, you know what? I'll keep that in the likely category. It could go by more than 5 points, as I do my election predictions, as I say every single video, and I'll say it again today because maybe somebody new was watching the video today. I make all of my election predictions based off of the current state of the country. I don't presume to know how things will be in, I guess, less than 3 years' time, because that's ridiculous. That's naive. I would never make a prediction based off of just that, and I guess somewhat historical trends, but you can't do that either. You do it based off the current state. So, don't come back to this video 3 years from now and be like, oh, if it's actually Tucker Carlson versus Biden, oh, it wasn't actually that. At the moment, Biden is not performing well in the polls, so his election predictions won't always go particularly well for him. However, he is still popular in the Northeast. He will get Maine's at large and New Hampshire by lean margins, as well as New Mexico and Virginia. Tucker Carlson will be able to win North Carolina by a lean margins, expanding that Hispanic trend. I do think he'd be actually. I'll leave Nevada. I'll put that in the tilt category, but Arizona by a lean margin. I think he'd also be able to win the state of Wisconsin by a lean margin. I think he'd be able to win the state of Pennsylvania as well. As I said, I think he has that very strong Rust Belt appeal, and I think he'd be able to win there by lean margins. Tilt Biden states. I actually think that Joe Biden would still be able to tilt the state of Georgia. You may say, well, I mean, come on, Matt, we're flipped back. Georgia actually is trending at a much quicker rate than a state like Arizona or Texas. Democrat. Now, do I think it'll go Democrat by 6 points and a few election cycles? No, probably not. It depends on how Republicans handle that state. But you look at that shift from 2016 2020, that shifted over 5 points in favor of Biden. And that's something that you definitely have to keep an eye on. And that is because of this increased African American turnout in cities like Atlanta. I think that would continue. And although Joe Biden's approval among African Americans, Tucker Carlson may, instead of the average Republican usually getting 12% of the African American vote, Tucker Carlson possibly with the slight shifts could get 15%. That would make a slight dent, but that really wouldn't have much of an effect considering when this is 15% of 13% of the entire vote in the country, it doesn't have that much of an effect. Another tilt Biden state would be the state of Minnesota. I think he'd be able to tilt Minnesota in his favor. And basically, all of the remaining states, such as Nebraska second, Michigan, and Nevada, all tilt in favor of Tucker Carlson. So that gets him to 297 electoral votes. Now, let me just make this map now one monocolor so you guys can see what this new electoral map would look like. And of course, I've come to this. I'm going to fix Maine, but I've had 297 election predictions before. Eventually, it becomes more common because the candidates don't so much as matter as the party, and you're already guaranteed to win certain states. So 297, 240 when you make an election prediction. 297, 241. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this prediction. If you'd like me to do an analysis of a Senate race or a governor race, and if you in particular want to ask for one of them, go right ahead. I'll definitely give it a look. I can't, if people ask, if there's like 8 comments, I can't obviously do all 8, but I'll do in my mind, what I found interesting, and I think that's what you guys had to say. But yeah, like the video, and stay tuned for more awesome videos. Have a great day. See y'all tomorrow.